Okay, today we will start with the application of triple integration. We use this triple integration to find out the volume, surface area, mass, center of gravity, moment of inertia of solids, and centers of pressure of fluids, uh, etc. We are using this triple integration to find out the actually volume, surface area, mass, center of gravity, moment of inertia of a body. Actually, in physics, we studied this moments of inertia of solids and center of pressures of fluids, etc. That means huge application of triple integration because this is three dimensional solids, three-dimensional. We have to apply the triple integration here. Actually, in the in formula of to finding the volume of triple integration, we can consider a solid of three dimension. Suppose this smallest length along x-axis del x, and along y-axis will be del y, and along z-axis will be what? Del z. So the volume will be what? Actually, del x into del y into del z, smallest volume. This is the actually smallest volume. Del v equals to what will be? Del x into del y into del z. So total volume of these solids can be found by taking triple integration with respect to dx, dy, and dz. Understand? This is the actual formula for finding volume integration. Uh, but you have to remember that mass equals to what? Volume multiply density. Rho is the density. You must know rho is the density. Triple integrate. So volume into density will be multiplied with this. In cylindrical coordinate, there are two types of coordinate. In first lecture, you must know about this. First, we discussed in details about cylindrical coordinate, Cartesian coordinates, spherical coordinates. Okay. So in cylindrical coordinates, the formula will be volume equals to r into dr d pi dz. Okay. And in spherical polar coordinates, volume will be triple integration with respect to volume r square sin theta dr d theta d pi. Actually, we have to use this formula to find out the result in application of triple integration. Now, let us study the example 1. Find the volume of the tetrahedron bounded by the planes x equals to 0, y equals to 0, z equals to 0, and x plus y plus z equals to a. We have to find out the volume of a tetrahedron. If we draw the tetrahedron, we can find the geometrical interpretation of our given planes like this. X-axis, this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Who is the origin? So if we z equals to 0, here this plane what? Z equals to 0, xy plane. Okay, and this is the xz plane, y equals to 0. Okay, and this is the what? This plane, yz plane, that means x equals to 0. There are three planes. Another x plus y plus z equals to a, what will be this solids. Okay, if we consider a smallest distance along x-axis and y-axis dx dy, then of the uh, plane z equals to a minus x, this x plus y plus z equals to a can be written as z equals to this. Okay, then we can find the whole volume of this by taking triple integration of this solids. Now here we have a solid which is bounded by this. Okay, x equals to 0, y equals to 0, z equals to 0, all are plane. X equals to 0 means what? Yz plane. Y equals to 0 means zx plane, and z equals to 0 means what? Xy plane. This. Then the limits of z are 0 to what? 0 to a minus x minus y. Okay, the limit of the z will be this, and y will be y varies y are 0 to 1 minus x. Okay, 0 to 1 minus x, and the limit of x are 0 to a. The limit of x will be what? 0 to a, and limit of y will be what? 0 to a minus 0 to 1 minus x, because just putting x x y equals x equals to 0, y equals to 0, then we get a minus x equals to 1. The limits of a x will be 0 to a. Now the total volume will be x limit 0 to a, okay, and y limits will be 0 to what, a minus x, 0 to a minus x. Now z limit will be what, 0 to a minus x minus y, at minus x minus y, this dx dy dz. Now if we take the integration with respect to z, then this is the x limit, this is the y limit, and integration of z 1 with respect to z, what will be, only z, okay, right? There is nothing, just taking this volume dx dy dz, it represent the smallest volume. So the sum of all total volumes will be indicated by the triple integration. So if we take the integration of 1 with respect to z, what will be, only z. So z, then we putting upper limit and lower limit within third bracket. Now putting the value of z, this is the value of z, okay, upper limit minus x minus y, putting upper limit with in replace of z, we get this, and putting the lower limit, we get only 0. This is why you get this one. Now we'll take what, integration with respect to y, this is the y limit, okay, taking integration with respect to y, this will be a into y and x minus x into y, and this will be what, y square by 2, taking integration with respect to y, then putting the limit of y within third bracket. This is the upper limit a minus x, and 0 will be the lower limits. Now putting upper limit in replace of y, this is the value of y, this is y. So a into a minus x into a minus x, and a minus x also. Putting lower limit in replace of y, we get whole 0, okay. So this is actually a minus b whole square formula. So we if we simplify, we get a square by 2 minus x plus x square by 2. This x cut, and this s square by 2 and this s square by 2 make another plus s square by 2. So we get this one. Now taking integration with respect to x, right? If we take integration with respect to x, then this will be there, there is nothing, all s square by 2 is the constant, so integration of 1, what will be, only x. So integration of x with respect to x, what will be, x square by 2. Now integration of x square, what will be, x square by x cube by 3, that means x to the 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, so x cube by 3, 3 to the what will be 6 in denominator. Now putting the limit, upper limit and lower limit within third bracket. Now putting upper limit in the place of x, okay, so this will be a cube by 2, and this will be a cube by 2, and this is also a cube by 6. Now putting 0 in replace of x, this whole will be 0, so we get this result, and the result will be a cube by 6. So actually this is the this drawn to find out the limit of x. This is the x-axis limit as 0 0, and y-axis limit, what will be, y equals to 0 to a minus x, right? This is the curve, what, a minus x, remember it. This is the a minus x, 0 to a minus x, and z limits, what will be, z limits 0 to a minus x minus y. We have to draw these two geometrical shape to to understand this triple integration example, and this is the application of triple integration. Okay, now example 2, application of triple integration. Find the volume of the cylindrical column standing on the area common to the parabola y square equal to x and x square equal to y, and cut off by the surface. This is the actually surface. We have to find out the volume. Actually, if we want to find out the volume, we have to must apply the triple integration in that case. Now we are given the parabola y square equal to x, x square equal to y, and z equals to, this is the surface. Okay, now if you want to draw, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and this is the x square equal to y parabola, and this is the y square equal to x parabola, right? The actually this figure will be like this, okay, and this will be what, like this. Understand? This is the actually, this is the intersection region, okay, intersected area. So we have to find out this volume. Okay, common region. This is the common region between the parabola. Now if we take the surface z equals to 12 minus y plus y minus x square, then this will be the, if we surface, we can divide it, this whole region into many parts like this. Okay, suppose this is the smallest area will be dx, dy and dz, in three dimensional. If we imagine, then along x axis the smallest length will be dx and del x, and along y axis smallest will be length will be del y, and along z axis smallest length will be del z. So therefore the volume will be x limit, y limit and z limit. Actually, if we solve these two, y square equal to x and x is equal to y, then what will be the actually value of y? If we put x equals to y square here, then this will be what? This will become, if x equal to y square, then it is y to the power 4 equal to y, right? If we take y common, then y cube minus 1 equals to 0. Understand? So y equals to 0, then x equals to 0. Another product is y cube minus 1. If we solve, so y equals to what will be 1. And if we put x equals to y, value of 1, then x equals to 1. So the limits will be what? 0 to 1, 0 to 1. X limit will be what? 0 to 1. And y limit what will be? Y limit x square to y equals to x square. But if you put x y equals to root x, right? Square root over x. Y equals to what will be? Square root over x. So upper limit will be square root over x, and lower limit will be only x square. Y value given. Understand? Just y equals to this and y equals to this. So y limits will be what? X square to square root over x. Now z limits what will be? Actually, z limits will be the actually starting from origin, the point, the whole region starting from origin. So that z limits will be starting with 0 to up what? 12 plus y minus x square. This is given. Now we are finding this is the x limit dx, y limit dy and z limit dz. Now different taking integration with respect to z, what will be? Only one, right? One integration what will be with respect to z? Only z. Now putting the upper limit and lower limit, this. Okay, 12 plus y minus x square. Now taking integration with respect to y, this is the, this function uh, will be integrated with respect to y. Now integration of constant, there will be only 12 into 1. 1 will be integration with respect to y will be y, and y integration what will be? Y square by 2 and x square into 1. This is y, x square into y. Now taking the limits of y within third bracket, this will be third bracket. You can put first bracket also. This is the upper limit and lower limit. Just putting the upper limit, we get this, right? Now putting lower limit, we get in replace of y. This is the value of y. This is y. Now putting upper limit square root over x, we get this, and putting lower limit, then we get. Now just simplifying, just now integrating with respect to x. So square root over x means x to the power half. Therefore, integration of x to the power half will be what? X to the power half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. So this one, and this will be x square by 2 by 2. Then this will be 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by 5 by 2 plus 1. In this way, we can integrate with respect to x. Now, putting the limit of x within third bracket 0 to 1. Just putting x equals to 1 in every term. Okay, then we get the result. This is the actually result. Try it at home and practice and match the result whether it is true or not. You have to verify, must. Clear? Okay, next example 3. A, a triangular prism is formed by the planes whose equation are ay equals to bx, y equals to 0 and x equals to a. Find the volume of the prism between the planes z equals to 0 and surface c equals to sorry x equals to c plus xy. This is the actually surface. and there is a prism, this one. Okay, now actually we have to draw the geometrical interpretation of this prism, a triangular prism. This is actually prism, uh, and this prism uh, form this whole region. Okay. Hmm. In this, actually, this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis, and this is the z-axis. So z equals to c plus xy in this point, and in this point x equals to a, and here in this plane, this is the plane z equals to 0. Remember it. This is the xy plane, xy plane, and this plane z equals to 0. So z limits will be what? 0 to c plus xy, right? 0 to c plus xy, and x limit will, what will be? 0 to a. This is the distance, what? A. This point distance 0 to a, and y limits what will be? Actually y equals to, we can find out the from the equation, a y equals to bx. So y equals to what will be? Bx by a, right? A equals to what will be? Bx by a. From the given condition we can write y equals to, y limit what will be? 0 to y equals to 0 also, 0 to bx by a, and c limit will be what? 0 to c plus xy. Now we have to find out the volume, that means dz dy dx, this volume, a sum of all volume, whole volumes of the triangular prism formed by the planes, right? Given planes. Now integration of 1 with respect to z, what will be? Only z. Now putting the upper limit, we get c plus xy in replace of z. Now we have to find out the integration with respect to y. Now if we integrate with respect to y, this will be cy plus y integration, what will be? Y square by 2, right? Y to the power 2, 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. This is y square by 2. Now putting the upper limit and lower limit of y, this is the value of y. Now putting the upper limit in replace of y, we get this, and if we put the lower limit in replace of y, whole will be 0. This is why just putting upper limit, we get the result for y integration. Now now if you have to take integration with respect to x, uh, if you take integration with respect to x, this will be x square by 2, and this will be x cube, x to the power 4 by 4. Okay. Now putting the upper limit and lower limit 0 to a, just putting upper limit, we get the whole result. Very simple. Okay, clear? Now volume of a solid bounded by a sphere or by cylinder. Just actually in spherical coordinates r theta phi, this is the spherical coordinates, and cylindrical coordinates rho phi z, remember it. But in Cartesian coordinates we must know x comma y comma z, right? That means there are three types of coordinates. One is Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian coordinates will be just along x axis, y axis, z axis. That's point what will be? X comma y comma z. But in spherical coordinates are theta phi. Okay. And in cylindrical coordinates, this will sphere, and this will be cylinder. From this point comes from cylinder, actually cylindrical coordinates rho phi z, remember it. And the relations are x equals to rho cos phi, y equals to rho sin phi. We have to remember this transformation. Now just try to solve an spherical surface using triple integration, finding the volume. And now example 4, find the volume of a solid bounded by the spherical surface is this, and the cylindrical surface is this. We have to actually find out the volume by the spherical surface. This is the actually spherical surface and the cylindrical cylinder. Now considering this, this is the given, actually x square plus y square plus z square equal to 4a square, and another equation of cylinder x square plus y square minus 2ay equals to 0. Consider the section in the positive quadrant of the xy plane, taking z to be 0. What is the volume of the above xy plane? With the xy plane, you must know in xy plane z equals to 0. The changing the polar coordinates becomes r square plus z square equal to 4a square, right? We can r square plus z square equal to 4a square. Putting z equals to 0 here. Okay, x square plus y square equal to what will be? 4a square. Just putting z equals to 0, and now z square equal to what will be? z square equal to 4 square minus r square. Now 2 becomes r square minus, from equation 2, 2 becomes r square minus 2ar sin theta equals to r equals to twice a sin theta. Understand? Okay. Understand everybody?
Yes, sir. Gucci.
Now just volume. Actually this is the common region, and here starting from 0 0, and this will be the distance y distance, what will be a. So the volume will be dx dy multiplication of length multiply breadth multiply height, that means dx dy dz. Now 4 into, actually angle will be, what will be angle in first quadrant, angle will be 90 degree, right? In first degree, angle will be what, 0 to pi by 2, and r limit what will be 0 to twice a sin theta. R limit what will be 0 to twice a sin theta. Now z limit what will be, z limit, z equals to what, this, right? Z equals to this, 0 to 4 square root 4 square minus r square. Now just taking integration as like before. This is actually cylindrical coordinates. This way we are putting these limits. Now integrating this with respect to z, what will be only z. Now putting the limit, upper limit and lower limit, we get this one only. Now just taking common, if we just this will be r into dr, and this with respect to what will be, with respect to r. What will be the integration? Integration what will be, this to the power what, half. So this to the power half make x to the power n formula. We have to integration with respect to r, what will be 4 square minus r square to the power half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. Okay. Then putting the upper limit and lower limit. Now actually you have to take a substitution process here. If we put 4 square minus r square equals to t, understand, 4 square minus r square equals to t, then we twice minus twice r dr equals to what will be, dt. So r dr equals to what will be, r dr equals to minus half dt. So you have to make a substitution process here. Okay, then we can take integration easily. If we take 4 square minus r square equals to t substitution, then we get this result. Then upper limit twice a sin theta, lower limit 0. Now putting the upper limit in replace of what, r, in replace of r, we get this result. Now after calculation, we get this 1 minus cos cube theta. Actually 1 minus cos cube theta can be written as how, what, 1 minus cos cube theta, 1 minus cos cube theta integration. If we take 4, if we take 4 cos cube theta equal to what will be, 4 cos cube theta, there is a formula of trigonometry 4 cos cube theta. Then after 4 cos cube theta equal to 3 cos theta minus cos 3 theta, like this formula. Okay, cos 4 cos cube theta, taking 1 by 4 here, then we can multiply 4. Then 4 cos cube theta what will be, or cos cube theta what will be, 1 by 4 cos 3 theta minus 3 by 4 cos theta. This is there is a trigonometric formula, then we can integrate easily. Now integration of 1 with respect to theta will be theta, then cos 3 theta will be what will be, sin theta, but we have to divide with the coefficient of theta in integration, then we get 12. Coefficient will be 3, this way multiplied with the denominator 12. Now cos theta integration what will be, only sin theta. Then putting upper limit and lower limit, we get the final result. Very easy. Find the volume enclosed by the solid. this is a three-dimensional solids. We have to find out the volume of this enclosed area. Now the equation of the solid will be this. Suppose x by a whole to the power 1 by 3 equals to u, then x equals to what will be u cube. Then dx can be written as, okay, taking just differentiation on both sides. Dx equals to 3 u square into du, right? Similarly, y by b whole to the power 1 by 3 equals to b, then this equals to dy equals to this, and substituting this equals to w, then z equals to what will be cw cube, and dz will be this. Now the equation of the solid can be written as u square plus b square plus w square 1, right? So volume what will be? Integration of dx dy dz. Now putting the value of dx dy dz from equation 2, we can write volume equals to what will be 27 abc u square b square w square du dv w. Okay, just putting this value, right? Just putting this value, we get equation number 3. So equation 1 represents a sphere. Let us use the spherical coordinates. Spherical coordinates, you must remember that this is the rule of spherical coordinates. U equals to r sin theta cos phi, b equals to r sin theta sin phi, and w equals to what will be r cos theta. Understand? This is the rule of spherical coordinates. U will be substituted r sin theta cos phi, and this will be r sin theta sin phi. Just difference only sin phi, and w equals to what will be r cos theta. Now putting here these three, then what du dv w equals to r square sin theta dr d theta phi. Du dv dw will be substituted by what? R square sin theta dr sin d theta d phi. Dr d theta d phi. We have to remember this. This is the formula for substituting into spherical coordinates. On substituting spherical coordinates in 3, we have just substituting these values. R value 0, R value will be, R value what will be 0 to 1, phi value will be 0 to pi by 2, 90 degree, and angle will be also, theta will be also 0 to pi by 2, and r square sin theta cos square phi. This just putting u b w, we get this, and du dv w will be what will be just this value. Now after multiplication, we get 216 abc, then our power will be, there is r square, there is r square, and there is r square, there is 4 r square, that means r to the power 8, right? Now r to the power 8 dr. Now d phi, there is a cos square phi, and this here there is a sin square phi, so sin square phi cos square phi into only d phi, and limit will be phi equals to pi side is 0 to pi by 2, this pi only. So theta angle will be, limit will be what, 0 to pi by 2, and sin theta here, sin square theta here, and sin square theta here, there is another sin theta there, therefore sin to the power 5 theta, and cos square theta where, cos square theta, this there is a cos square theta, so this is the theta. Now 216 abc, integration of r to the power 8 with respect to r, what will be r to the power 9 divided by 9, limit will be what, 0 to 1, and this is the formula from gamma beta function. This is a sin to the power p, sin to the power p, cos to the power q. Okay, what will be the formula of gamma beta function? Gamma p plus 1 by 2, gamma q plus 1 by 2, divided by 2 into gamma p plus q plus 2 divided by 2, right? P plus q plus 2 divided by means what? Then p plus 1 by 2 means what? 2 plus 1 divided by 2, right? That means 3 by 2. And q plus 1 divided by 2 what? 3 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 2, right? Then 2 into gamma p plus q plus 2 divided by 2 means what? 2 plus 2 plus 2, that means 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 means what? Only 3. This is the gamma 3, right? And similar process, we can write another formula for sin to the power p into cos to the power q, that means p plus 1 divided by 2, that means 5 plus 1 by 2, that means gamma 3. Then 2 plus 1 by gamma 2 plus 1 by 2, that means gamma 3 by 2. Similarly 2 into gamma 9 by 2, what will be 9 by gamma 2? How? I plus 2 plus 2 divided by 2, that means 9 by 2. Then just putting the gamma 3 by 2, gamma 3 by 2, this is the gamma 3, and this is gamma 3, gamma 3 by 2, gamma 9 by 2. This can be written as, you must know, gamma 3 by 2 means can be written as what? Gamma 3 by 2, there are 2, this is square. Gamma 3 by 2 can be written as half into root gamma half, half into gamma half, just subtracting 1 from 3 by 2, subtracting 1 by 2, subtracting 1 from 3 by 2. So this is why half gamma half. Gamma half means what? Root 5. You understand? You must know. Gamma half equals to square root 5. Now gamma 3 equals to what? Factorial 2. That means 3, 2, 2, 1. This is the result. And gamma 3 by 2 can be written also half into root 5. Then 9 by 2 can be written as how? Just subtracting 1 from 9 by 2. We get 7 by 2 into, again subtracting 1 from 7 by 2, 5 by 2, again subtracting 1 from 5 by 2, 3 by 2, then decreasing 1 from 9 by 2, then we get gamma 3 by 2. This gamma 3 by 2, gamma 3 by 2 cancel. Okay, this is the actually volume of the given solids. Now find the volume bounded by the sphere this and below by the cones. Cone equals to x square plus y square equal to z square, and sphere will be x square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. The equation of given sphere this and given cone this, equation number 1, equation number 2. Now in polar coordinates you must know the x equals to r sin theta cos pi, y equals to r sin theta sin pi, and z equals to only r cos theta. Now putting these three in equation 1, and this will give, just calculating r equals to what will be a. Now the equation 2 in polar coordinates, just if we put the values again in 2, then you get the tan square theta equals to what? Angle equals to what will be? Pi by 4. That means tan theta equals to 1. 1 what? 45 degree. Tan theta 45 degree. Tan 45 degree equals to 1. This is why theta equals to pi by 4. Now from equation 1 and 2 in polar coordinates, respectively r equals to a and angle theta equals to pi by 4. The volume in first quadrant is 1/4 only. Just if we take one first part, right? This is the one part, this is the second part, this third, this fourth. If we consider only first quadrant, then the volume will be 1/4. Okay, limits of the first quadrant are varies 0 to a, and angle will be 0 to what? Pi by 4, and pi pi will vary from 0 to what? Pi by 2, this whole 90 degree. Understand? But theta only varies 5 by 5 to 4, just 45 degree. This is the theta, and this whole angle will be psi pi, and this angle, small angle, will be 45 degree. This angle will, what will be? 45 degree, 5 by 2. So the required volume lies in these two, sphere and cone, will be total volume equals to 4 multiplied with 0 to 0 to 5 by 2. That means pi limit, and this is the theta limit 0 to pi by 4, and this is the r limit 0 to a. Now taking integration with respect to r, this is the pi limit, this is the theta limit, this is the integration of with respect to r, what will be? R cube by 3, right? Just putting the upper limit, we get a cube by 3. Now taking integration with respect to theta, sin theta formula what? Minus cos theta, right? Just putting upper limit and lower limit, we get cos 45 degree means what? 1 by root 2, right? Then cos 0 degree equals to 1. This is why minus half, minus 1 by root 2 plus 1, multiplying with minus. Then taking integration, at last we get the volume is this. This is the actual result. Understand?
अच्छा सर.
Okay, volume of a solid by bounded by cylindrical or cylinder or cone. Okay, in this case we have to use cylindrical coordinates r, theta, z. This is the cylindrical coordinates. You must follow the lecture 1, okay, of triple integral. Remember it. This example 7 left for you. Now this example 8. Calculate the volume of solid bounded by the following surfaces. Z equals to 0, This is the xy plane, x square plus y square equal to 1, and this x plus y plus z equals to, this is the cylinder. Now equation 1, 2, and 3. Required volume will be dx, dy, dz. Now just taking integration with respect to z, what will be? One, only z. Putting the values, this will be the required volume after integrating with respect to z. Now putting r equals x equal to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta. Okay, x equals to r cos theta and y equals to what? R sin theta. Then dx dy what will be? Differentiating r d theta dr, r d theta dr. Just putting the values here. This is actually replacement transforming Cartesian coordinate to cylindrical coordinates. X equals to r cos theta, r sin theta. So now substituting these values in this here, in here we get this result. Now integrating with respect to r. This is r square by 2, r cube by 3, and r cube by 3. Okay, all are terms as a constant. Now just putting upper limit 1 in replace of r, we get this. Putting 0 in replace of r, we get whole 0. This way. Now taking integration with respect to theta. Just integration with respect to theta. 3 by 2 only theta, cos theta integration what will be? Sin theta, and sin theta integration what will be? Minus cos theta, right? Minus cos theta. Then taking limit within third bracket 0 to 2 pi by. This is the value of theta, remember. Now replacing, now putting upper limit in replace of theta, we get this. But if we replace 0, then this will be 0 and this will be 0, but this will be what? Only 1 by 3. This way minus 1 by 3, and this become only twice pi. Sin twice pi 0, cos twice pi what? Cos twice pi what? Minus, cos twice pi 1 or minus 1, what will be? Cos twice pi 1. This is why 1 by 3, 1 by 3 cancel, only thrice pi is the required result. So example 7 and 9, try at home. Okay, this is the example 9, and this is the geometrical interpretation of the given cylinder and the plane. Okay, try it at home. I hope everybody can do. Okay, thank you. Thanks to
अच्छा सर.
everybody.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर.